Over the past 5 years, we have filmed over 1,000 different rigs at the world famous SEMA Show, documenting nearly every 4x4 vehicle sent to the convention center. I mean, I've walked over 140 miles at SEMA during this time period. But rest assured, I've seen every corner of the convention center halls, and with this newfound experience, here's what I would do if I was going to SEMA Show for my very first time. For starters, the show takes place in multiple locations, but most of the action is at the Las Vegas Convention Center. This venue has over 1 million square feet of exhibits, and given it's the world's largest automotive industry conference, nearly every square foot is packed with incredible vehicles, products, gadgets, gizmos, and things that us gearheads get absolutely fired up about. The show runs from November 4th through the 7th this year, and that's 2025, and that's a Tuesday through a Friday. It's an industry-only event, which means you or your company needs to work within the automotive industry. That is, except for Friday, which is now open to the public and is a really good opportunity for anyone who's into vehicles to go check it out. If I was going to SEMA for the very first time, here's exactly what I would do. Now let's start at the new product showcase located in the North Hall, where you can find thousands of the latest, most innovative products on display all in one spot. One key tip is you really got to download and use the SEMA app. Make sure you click on all the different suppliers or vendors that you want to see, and they have a really innovative map that will drive you exactly where you want to go. Battle of the Builders is a must-see high-stakes build competition, and the finalists showcase their vehicles, and the winner is announced typically at the end of the week. They even take them through the parade at the end of the show during the final SEMA parade, and it's really awesome. Now, off-road enthusiasts like myself will end up liking the West Hall the most, and it's where I spend most of my time. As a variety of different off-road and overland parts manufacturers, and in the years, SEMA also had a dedicated overland experience section. However, as of right now, I haven't seen anything on any of the maps, so we're going to go and find out. However, the West Hall is where you're probably going to spend a lot of time if you are already a subscriber of Forge 4x4. So to give you a little bit of a summary, the South Hall is typically where you have wheels, tires, and performance. The North Hall is for tools, equipment, collision repair, and new product showcase. The Central Hall has all of your car care, mobile electronics, and hot rods. And then the West Hall, of course, has all the off-road and overland and a bunch of other really cool things. It's a really big hall. So as a pro tip, group all of your visits by hall. Try not to zigzag from one hall to another. You'll just end up losing an hour of walking. It literally takes 30 minutes to get from the South Hall to the West Hall. So keep that in mind as you're visiting SEMA. The SEMA Fest is Friday night, and it's an official after party and concert festival with big name musical acts, food, and more. Just remember, this is a separately ticketed event, and it's definitely not cheap, but they have some really good performers like Queens of the Stone Age. Pretty awesome if you're a millennial kid like myself, and some other awesome big names are performing. Good times. Good times. Friday night in Vegas. Can't do any better than that. Figure out a game plan. Is there anything specific that you want to see? Are you just there to look at cool vehicles? Do you actually want to meet some partners, try and build your business and network and do all of those things? Make sure you establish that goal before you even go. Now, if you're a buyer looking for suppliers, I would arrive early each day. The afternoons can be pretty busy. And as you can imagine, exhibitors are standing around for 8 hours every single day after going out and having fun at nighttime. So by the end of the day, they're absolutely exhausted, and you can make a really meaningful impact if you arrive early, have a great conversation when everyone's fresh and ready to go. Friday exhibitors are much different than Tuesday exhibitors. By Friday, everyone wants to just get out of town after being in Vegas for 4 days. So just keep that in mind if you are actually looking to get work done, and if you're not just a car enthusiast wanting to go see cool stuff, because there's a plethora of that. Now, it should go without saying, I'll lead with this, the top of the video, that you need to wear comfortable shoes. There's nothing worse than walking around for 10 miles in dress shoes, and no one is going to bat an eye if you're wearing cross trainers. If anything, they'll admire you for your intelligence, for thinking ahead. I've had numerous blisters before trying to make a good impression at these conferences, and it's not worth it. Get yourself a nice pair of running shoes, maybe some On Clouds, some Brooks running shoes, anything that says, you know what, I'm here for the comfort and the good business decisions. The Las Vegas Convention Center is spread out into 4 different halls. You got the West Hall, which is the newest and the nicest, and then the North, Central, and South halls. Each hall has a collection of similar vendors. So if you want to visit all the tire brands, you're going to go to the South Hall, for example. And make sure that before you go, you look up any brands that you really want to visit on the SEMA website, so you know exactly where to go. And make sure to prioritize the different vendors that you want to see early in the day, because as I mentioned, it does get a little bit busier in the afternoon. Which brings me to my next point: where should you stay? Now, if you're on a budget, anywhere close to the show is going to be expensive. And if you're familiar with Las Vegas, you know that weekend rates are 3 to 4 times more expensive than midweek hotel rates. Even though SEMA falls during the midweek, you're still going to get those weekend premium prices if you book ahead, which is why I have been known to, on occasion, just book some awesome hot wire deals last minute, although you are at the whim and risk of getting a hotel that you may not like that may be a little bit further away. But if you're on a budget, it's a really good solution to stay in a really nice hotel for bottom dollar prices. I've had a ton of success booking really nice rooms with a third-party website like Hotwire or Hotels Tonight last minute. And the key is always select something that's 4 stars and above. If you want to stay in a hotel like the Venetian or the Palazzo, I'd stay away from anything below 3 stars unless you've recently gotten a tetanus shot for obvious reasons. And if you're not like me and booking last minute causes extreme anxiety, SEMA does have some exclusive discounts and deals with hotel partners. But considering the show is only days away, it's probably a moot point by now. I'd recommend searching around elsewhere for some deals, and as we get closer to the show, sometimes hotels that have vacancy will lower their prices, but just like Vegas, it's a little bit of a gamble, which gets me excited. What can I say? I like pressing that button of 4 stars and you don't know where you're going to go. And the reality is just book it somewhere close around the convention center and you should be fine. Transportation to and from the convention center can be gnarly, and there's definitely a premium for hotels that are within walking distance to the convention center. Now, good luck trying to get an Uber between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. and in the morning from 7 to 10, as all the attendees and exhibitors swarm out of that place like a plague of 91 octane locusts when the convention center closes. I'm not joking. It's insane at 5 p.m. when everyone just leaves at the exact same time. Now, I've never taken the shuttle service at the show, as we normally book something close in order to shuttle all of our equipment. However, I have seen the lines at 5 p.m. for the shuttle. And if you're okay with a little bit of a wait, there's definitely an option for that. The monorail is another option that is super convenient if you are staying at a hotel at or near the monorail stop. However, much like everything in Vegas, a hotel that looks like it's only a block away on the maps could actually be quite a trek, especially if you've been walking around all day. So if you're looking and it's only a half mile or a mile away, it could actually be longer by the time that you walk there and go over everything and all the different mazes. Vegas gets you trapped on the slot machines and all the other fun things. And then all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you got to wake up in 2 hours to get back to the show. It's never happened to me, ever. But you've been warned. There's also the Las Vegas Loop, which is a pretty cool futuristic solution that actually drives in a tunnel underneath the convention center. This is a great solution if you're staying at Resorts World, and as of right now, I don't think they go anywhere else, but they do go in between the different halls of SEMA. So the West, Central, and South are 3 different stops. So if you want to save yourself a walk, especially going from the South all the way to the West, it's a really cool solution. Just get in line, jump in a Tesla, and it's going to take you in a underground tunnel all the way there. I use it every single year. It's super awesome, especially when we have a meeting or a interview or something. Jump in that and it takes you there in just a couple minutes. Make sure to check out SEMA's website for specific transportation information, including shared ride pickup areas as well as the shuttle services, because I'm definitely not an expert in those methods of transportation for the show. Anyway. All right, there you have it. You are fully prepared to attend the world famous SEMA Show in November of 2025. Now, we will be there, and if you happen to see me, say what up. Just know that I'm going to be filled with anxiety, caffeine, and looking around for the next and greatest 4x4 rig. Wednesday or Thursday are probably going to be a little bit slower. Tuesday, we are hitting the ground running to showcase every single 4x4 off-road and overland gadget, gizmo, and rig. And I'm talking every Toyota, every Bronco, every Jeep, anything that looks cool. I'm going to film it and bring it to you guys. So if you can't make it to the SEMA Show, our YouTube channel is the next best option. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. You will get notified when we launch new videos. And if you do happen to see me, just wait from afar if you see me running, because I'm going to be busy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you at the show. And in the meantime, leave a comment down below of maybe another tip that I might have missed. Make sure you hydrate. That is a big one that I never do. Day 3, lips chapped like I just hiked Mount Everest. But it's all worth it at the end of the day. All right, that's all I got. See you in Vegas.